the greatest magic in the world, the greatest miracle in the world, the greatest phenomenon in the world is when a heart bears the light so that others can see. When the heart found the light and uses that light to share the light for others who are in the dark, for others who need to find their way. That is the greatest magic that you are doing on this entire universe. Is the hearts that are compassionate and kind. No other magic as this can be found. It doesn't matter how much you mix and stir and concoct, weigh and shake and balance. The greatest magic in this universe are the hearts of those who have found light and escaped the darkness that has now become light, so that others can find their way. So this video was made for anyone who is struggling with any kind of addiction. I hope that you find this very helpful in whatever way. Namaste. Hello,
Namaste. How are you? I hope that you are doing wonderful. So, you are here in my recording studio where I make my ASMR videos. This is where I make my ASMR videos. Usually, I prefer to go and talk out in nature. But the weather told me I can't talk in nature today. It was raining and storming, and I went out anyways just to have this talk on my little bench, conversations with God. But the weather chased me away. So anyways, Katrina is the one who asked me this question. I would like for everyone to know that I would love for you to ask me questions. And know this one thing, I will not answer any question that is not within my own experience. If I did not experience it, I would let you know right away. That is not within my experience. I don't have the answer. But if it is in my experience, I will answer it. I will not go to Google or YouTube to look for an answer to answer your question. It has to be in my experience, and then I will answer it. When it comes to my spiritual awakening, I have been very tempted to read spiritual books from other people who have had the same experience. But I don't want to do that simply because I have this dread, not dread, that's a strong word, but I don't want to take other people's experiences and make them my own, because I've done that so far in all my spiritual seeking since I was a child. I've used other people's spiritual experiences and made it my own, and it has brought me nothing but pain. So I think there's a part of me that don't want to. I really would love to read Sanskrit. I really would love to touch and read other people's spiritual books of enlightenment. I don't want to do it. I don't even want to hear it. There is a fear. I have to use the word fear. Not as strong word as dread, but I have to use the word fear. I've been hurt too much by following other people's belief system and thinking that God is there, only finding pain and suffering. I'm not. There's a part of me. There's still a wound there in my soul that is afraid to touch anything that is not within my own experience. So this topic, however, Katrina, thank you so much for this question, is within my experience, my dear. I've been wanting to touch this topic for a while, but I've been avoiding it because I was looking for the right words to say. I was looking for the right things, because there is still a part of me that understands that people who are not yet awakened to their true nature will not be able to comprehend or accept what I have to say. But because you asked me this question, I'm going to touch it anyways, because it was a question and it deserves an answer. And I'm not even going to beat around the bush or tell you any kind of white lies. I'm going to be very honest. So you asked me about, because obviously I'm talking about you are divine, God lives within you, divinity lives within you, you are a divine being of pure power and pure light and positivity. Good. Yes, you are. That is who you are. And that is the attribute of yourself that you want to focus on. Why do I say that? Well, because I experience both the yin and the yang. And that is why this question is within my experience. The question was, I don't have the question on my screen right now, but I can remember it a little bit. It is, what about witches and witchcraft and the occult and the conjuring up of spirits and dark magic and voodoo and stuff like that? Very good. This is within my own experience, and I know exactly what it is. Now, let me take your awareness and your intelligence and ask you this one question. When you hear the word witch, what pops into your mind? When you hear the word witch, what pops into your mind? An image will pop into your mind. Now my question is that image something that is within your experience, or did that image come from something you were taught, or something that was told to you, or something that you have seen on the screen at your television or in a book? When you hear the word witch, we are going to be dealing with the word witch in itself. What is a witch? What is a witch? When it comes to the word witch, what pops in your head? The image. Did it come from your own personal experience with a witch? Or what religion? Remember, religion is in a box. What did religion say to you is a witch? In the very Bible, it says that you will never let a witch live. Burn them, kill them. And all over the centuries, over the years past, people have been burned at the stake for any kind of little inkling that they were a witch. If they go in their backyard and heal someone with herbs, they were burned at the stake because they were a witch. Okay? It was not in the religious box. They were a witch. Burn them. Burn them. And if someone exhibits any kind of spiritual abilities that was not within the religious box, they were burned at the stake. They were killed. Hundreds of lives, even the lives of young children who seem to be doing things that seem spiritual. Do a little bit of research and you will see this, you know. And so that fear, that trauma of what will happen to you if you are called a witch or even classified as a witch, that fear, that trauma, remember, trauma of the past follows down into our memory, in our DNA, in our blood. Memory is in the blood. That trauma follows us, and we are afraid of that word, witch. But what really is a witch? What is your personal experience with a witch, apart from what is written by someone else? What is in your own personal experience as a witch? Did you meet a witch? Or did you read about a witch from someone else's written word? And did you see what a witch looked like on the media, on television? What did Hollywood tell you a witch looked like? Because you know Hollywood knows the truth about everything. So whatever is on TV is the truth as well. Okay? What is a witch really? Do they have power? And more so, even so, are they getting their power from Lucifer like they all claim? So, but anyways, it is always religion. It is always religion who will say that the witch is evil. Now, just wrap your head around this just for a little moment. Okay? Just for a little moment. Just allow me to tease your curiosity, because that's what I do. I live for that. Okay? There is a reason for everything. There is a reason there is TV in your living room. There is a reason there is Hollywood. There is a reason there is the Illuminati. There is a reason for the Bible. There is a reason for everything. Okay? And most of that reason comes from people who want to dominate you. People who want to be in control of you. People who want to lord it over you. People who want to keep you down because they want to be above. Okay? So in the beginning of time, it has been well constructed and construed and manipulated and carved and painted into the minds of humans that anyone who is exhibiting any kind of signs and spiritual abilities that is outside of the box of a certain belief system are evil and should be killed and should be destroyed. Why? The question is why? Why is religion so afraid of these little people who call themselves witches? Why is religion so afraid? And this is fear. Why kill them? Why kill them? You kill them because you are afraid of them. Why kill people who exhibit supernatural and spiritual abilities that are outside of your religious box? Why? You know why? I'm going to tell you why. For the same reason they kill every prophet, and for the same reason they kill every powerful spiritual person, because that person came to shed light. Now, when it comes to a person who they call a witch, that is a person who demonstrates spiritual abilities that is beyond religion. And religion is in cahoots with the government, which means the government need to control the people, and they use religion to do it. Because if you have an angry God who is telling you to behave, you will behave. And if that angry God says, if you are a witch, I will cast you out, you will not be a witch. But what is a witch? A witch is a person who demonstrates abilities that is outside of religion. And what is religion? Religion is a system that is used to control the people. So, of course, they're going to call a powerful spiritual being a witch and destroy them. A witch is a person who demonstrates supernatural and spiritual abilities of her divine or his divine nature. Remember, we are all expressions of God. We are all expressions of Source, and whatever is within you was put there and created within you. It's a part of your blueprint. So if you come in this lifetime demonstrating the abilities to see into the future, if you come into this lifetime demonstrating abilities to heal the sick, if you come into this lifetime demonstrating abilities to do spiritual and supernatural things with thought alone, manifesting things out of nothing and causing things to happen out of nothing with thought alone, that is a part of who you are. That is a part of your creative ability. That is a part of your divine essence. If you have the ability to walk into a room and sense the energy of everyone in that room, that is a part of your divine nature. That is a part of who and what you are. That is a part of your divine characteristics. That is you walking in your true essence. But all of these things have been called and labeled witchcraft, evil. Destroy it now. It is of the devil. By religion. Why? Because religion and the government works hand in hand. And any human who demonstrates the ability and the power to rise above any system that was set there to control them, that human they have to get rid of them. If you look in old scripture, every human that rose above the government was destroyed. Now we have human rights, so it's not that easy to kill us, so we can speak, freedom of speech. But back in ancient times, if someone like me began to speak like this, I would be long gone, where I would be telling people of their divine nature, telling people of their true self, telling people to wake up and empower themselves. Ooh, they would kill me a long time ago. But what exactly is a witch? Remember, religion and the government works hand in hand. So, if you hear me say to you that your divinity lives within you, and that God, his temple is within you, and wake up the power within you, wake up to your true self, wake up to your true nature. If I say that God lives within you, then is it not only fair that I also say that darkness lives within you as well? How can I say that light lives within you, and God lives within you, and divinity lives within you, and not also say that darkness lives within you? Both the yin and the yang must coexist together for existence to be. Remember, in my previous video, I said I experienced both consciousnesses, the light and the darkness, the yin and the yang. I experienced both. At the time when I was experiencing it, I didn't know what it was, because I was religious. And they don't talk about that in the religious box. They keep you blind. So when I'm experiencing these things as a religious person, I don't know what the hell is happening to me. I just thought for sure something is definitely wrong with me. Here I am becoming one with all things. I'm becoming divine. And I don't know why this is happening. And then here I am becoming a complete darkness, of utter extreme darkness. The most darkest way to feel, and being a being of pure utter darkness, and just standing there not knowing what is happening. I don't know why the source of all creation, the source and everything in this universe that created me, wanted me to experience both the yin and the yang of life, of existence, but I did. And I live to speak of it, because usually you don't come out right after experiencing things like this, you know, but I did. So there is obviously a purpose for this. So if I tell you that divinity lives within you, then it is only fair that I also tell you that the opposite of divinity lives within you. Both natures live within you, the yin and the yang. Both natures must coincide within you for you to even be alive. There is positive and negative within you, light and darkness, but it is balanced. For those who it is not balanced, some of them go off and become pure spiritual beings, spiritual seekers, like the Buddha and the Christ. And those who are on the opposite spectrum become like the Hitler, people who are cruel and dark and don't care. Those are the opposite spectrums, okay? But they live within us. They live within us. So when you say that a witch goes out to make cahoots with Lucifer, the devil, for power, I just told you what is within the man, within all men. Light and darkness, positive and negative. Okay? So, what is a witch? What is a witch really? So, I'm actually going to be breaking this conversation down into more than just one video, because it's going to take a little while. For now, I'm only going to be talking about what is witchcraft. Witchcraft has been given its definition from religion, and now you know religion will remove any kind of power from any human that seems to be rising above the government, or above religion, or above what religion calls the truth. Nobody wants a human being, an enlightened human being, to start telling other humans who and what they are. Nobody wants that. Not in this lifetime. Even in this lifetime, for example, back at the time of what the Bible says, the Christ, and those times, they were able to crucify these people on the cross that came and start to enlightening others about who they are. But in this time, they can't really do that. But they crucify them in a different way. They crucify them in this way where they call them crazy. Do you know how many people have called me crazy ever since I began to talk about consciousness and divinity, and you are one with God, and we are all one energy, and we are all one vibration? You know how many people began to say, you know how many people are calling me crazy? You know how many people have called me a witch and demonic and evil? You see? Because the world, people have been kept in darkness about their true nature, about who and what they truly are. That when someone begins to speak about it, they're like, what the heck is she talking? Oh Lord, she done lost her mind. You know, nobody will believe me. Nobody, and the few people that pop out of somewhere talking about you are one with God, and or I became God, or I became one with God, or I became one with the universe, the first thing they are going to want to do is either call you crazy or demonic. Completely a lunatic, you're out of your mind. My own people, my own family, my own flesh and blood, you know. And it is a lonely road. It is a very lonely road. But when you are able to meditate like I do, you realize that you're not really lonely, because you feel the entire universe within your essence, because nobody understands what the hell you're talking about, because everyone has drank the Kool-Aid. Everyone has drank the Kool-Aid. And one of the reasons why, I know I've strayed from the topic of witchcraft, but I have to say this. One of the reasons why I allowed myself to come down from that mountain, come down from that spiritual dimension, was simply because when I raised my vibrations and my energies and I hit that dimension, that level of spirituality, that level of energy, that level of vibration, I begin to speak things from other dimensions, and that is when people are saying, oh, she's crazy, nobody is on my level. So I brought myself down because I realized I'm still in this world and I have to function around people, and I can't be talking those other dimensional things that nobody understands. So I purposefully brought my energies and my vibrations down so that I can function here. I remember when I first came back to ASMR, I was making videos of being out in nature and just doing the singing bowl and singing and speaking of Mother Earth, because that was the dimension that I was experiencing, feeling exactly what you call Mother Earth is feeling. But can I explain that with words that humans can understand? No. So anyways, I strayed from the topic. But anyways, when it comes to a witch is simply what religion or what people will call a witch. Not only religion, just a person. If somebody comes into my room right now, because you have been brainwashed and programmed by religion, if somebody comes in this room right now and they see what I am able to do with my mind alone, they will call me a witch. So because I have been called a witch so many times, I'm going to tell you what people call a witch. A witch is a person who is able to take thought and cause manifestations to appear in the air. That is what a witch is. And here is the sad thing about that. The sad thing about that is that person who is able to take thoughts and create is behaving. The person who is able to take thought and create, simply behaving from where they came from and what they are from. The creator is that not how the creator creates? With thought alone. Everything from the beginning was a thought. You don't want to believe that, but that is true. Everything was first a thought, consciousness. And from the thought came all things. A thought, the creator. We create just like the creator with our thoughts. So when you find a person who is able to take thought and create, they're behaving like source, like the creator. If you can take your thought and create and manifest something out of nothing, you're a powerful creator, a powerful manifester. And that is what they will call a witch. A person who is exhibiting signs of supernatural, of spiritual abilities that they don't have any understanding. How the heck are you doing that? So you are a witch. For the most part, why I was called a witch was because of that. I was able to take thought and focus with intention and emotion and create. And people saw the manifestation of the creation. People saw the manifestation of my thoughts. So I was called a witch. That is a witch. I am not a witch. Back then when this was happening, I was so religious. I was the most religious person on the whole freaking block. Yet people were calling me a witch because I had spiritual abilities, see. Now these spiritual abilities, I've been asking questions. Why am I able to do this? If I am a godly person and a religious person, why am I able to do this? How am I able to take thought and create? How can I take thought and make something happen hundreds of miles away? How am I able to do this? Because you're a witch, because you're evil. That was the only explanation religion had. I took that talent and that gift and I buried it. And I no longer wanted anything to do with it for years because I was afraid of being evil. If that is what people call a witch, then I'm going to have to say that it is all true. Everything about what religion has taught people and brainwashed people and people drank the Kool-Aid of what a witch is wrong. It is false. If they called me a witch, when all I was doing was using my creative ability that was placed within me at creation, at the time of my birth, that God put within me. If they call me evil and a witch, then they're calling God evil and God a witch also, because God is the one who said, I'm going to create this girl. I'm going to create my little creation. Let me create her. I'm going to make her with this nose and these eyes, and these high cheekbones and this forehead, these lips and this chin, strong arms and everything. I'm going to create her in such a way, but I'm also going to place a powerful amount of myself in her so that when she thinks, she creates. If they call that a witch, then they're also calling God a witch, because I didn't come from anywhere else except God, except the source that created me. So that is what they call a witch. I am telling you what they call a witch because I've been called a witch for many years. Okay? And now that I don't give a rat's behind if they call me a witch or not, I am on ASMR doing my videos as I so well please, because I am not in this lifetime to please anyone. I don't care how religious you are, and I don't care if you are offended by my jewelry and all the things that I do on my ASMR channel that look witchy, that you call witchy. Not because you call it witchy means it's witchy. Not because I dress in a certain costume with certain jewelry and that is offensive to you. I am so sorry. Go to another channel, you see, because I am so done with people who are so self-righteous that they would look at a person that God created. They would look at a human where God placed himself at a powerful level, or a whole bunch of creative abilities in this person, and because this person they're exhibiting these powerful spiritual signs of the creator being within them at a powerful level, every religious person is offended and they're pissed off and they're not happy with it. So this person is a witch and we're going to condemn this person, and she's a witch and she's a witch and we don't like it because she's a witch. Well, boo hoo hoo. We only come to live this lifetime once, and what God has placed inside of you, He's placed inside of you for this lifetime. Use it. Use it. And don't let anyone around you stop you from being who you are. If that religion condemns and accuses you, leave it and go somewhere else that accepts you. And if that other religion accuses and condemns you, leave it and go somewhere else that accepts you. And if every religion condemns you, then stand alone. You're going to find your flock. You're going to find your people. They're going to find you. But do not live your life. Don't waste your God-given life trying to please other people just because of their beliefs. I've had it. I have had it. Okay? I have tried to be myself for so long, and I was not given that right because of trying to be in the religious box. Drowning myself in all kinds of ways just to live, but not good enough for religion, you see. But then I realized a day will come when I'm going to be closing my eyes and I'm going to die and I'm going to leave this life. And that will be it. And all I did was try to please these religious people. Is that what my life is for? Hell no. If they want to call me a witch because of what I do and what I am capable of, let them call me a witch. I know what I am. I am a divine being, an expression of God. You see me being able to manifest with thought alone. That is the God working within me. I don't cahoots with the devil. I don't cahoots with no demon. It is a God-given talent that was manifesting in me since I was a child, creating with my mind something out of nothing, called evil because religion said it is evil. If I was back in those days, they would have burned me at the stake for having a God-given ability. That is what a witch is. Now, in my next video, I'm going to talk about the occult and about rituals. Thank you so much, Christina, for your question. Girl, you touched me at the chord. This was a personal question. Thank you so much. Namaste.